It's evening, and it's a good time for it to be. I'll take off my glasses. I never realized until I had a dear friend um, prepare me for the inevitabilities that are coming. Um, Shave my head, and then those funny things called eyebrows. They stood out looking like woolly worms on my face, so I took them off too. The last time I shaved my head was before I went to Ireland. I didn't want to take anything with me that had grown during the first regime. Plus, I didn't want some little yahoo at IU at Atomical Gifts getting crazy with the clippers. I'd rather someone that I knew and loved do it for me. So this is me, my face, my ever shrinking neck, and my wolf tattoo. That's how the boys in the medical school will know who I am. It's a fact. I'm dying. And I have a tendency to listen to that still small voice. You know, that one that some people call their conscience. It's a little more than a conscience. Let me get this phone turned down. I get lots of hate calls. That means I'm getting some points across. Now, something that's been heavy on my personal faith today. I am a Jesusian. I'm also an Episcopalian. And I discovered I've not been following some of the teachings of Jesus. We are asked, I always hate this not being straightened out and it being reversed. Oh, not that one, this one. There we go. Now you can see my découpé. Oh, sweet Jesus. Anyway, we are asked to forgive. It is up to the Creator to do the forgetting. There's a point. Donald John Trump, I forgive you. It's one of the hardest things I've had to say. Look at this. Tell me what you hate. That my faith is not worth anything. Oh, fucking thing. Whoops, I said a word that'll probably be bleeped out. During a resting period, I sat and I compared my upbringing with Donald's upbringing. There were a lot of people involved in our lives that in our childhood they made decisions for us. Yeah, there's a money factor. Being a Nazarene preacher's kid, there's not a lot of money. But every 2 to 4 years was an election, and the church would have to vote whether they wanted to keep my father as the minister or get another one. The Nazarene Church owns parsonages. What is a parsonage? It is the house, I'll not call them homes. It's a house that the church owns, that as long as you are an elected official, you are allowed to live there under rules and restrictions by the church. I have forgiven the church, but the Creator's got a lot of forgiving to do. Well, I forgive. The Creator has a lot of forgetting to do. Now we're going to go into a different subject. Yes, I'm going to smoke. Transgender healthcare. If doctors would have listened to me when I got returned from Ireland, this passing may be a little less painful. But no, it was dismissed because I was transgender. That was on the record. So I must either be a drug seeker or back guano crazy. Well, I do see neurology on the 1st of April. Isn't that a thrill? April Fool's Day. That I had been trying to get my doctors to get me an appointment. And it was only after my insistence upon the MRI that discovered that my brain is atrophying, blood vessels are constricting, not clogged, and a portion of the left side of my brain stem is dead. That I started to be taken seriously. Well, it's brought me to palliative care. There are times I've lost names, even with the person directly in front of me. In a conversation, I can see the face, but I'm sorry, Angela, I remembered your name as Shannon in a conversation. Maybe Shannon's someone important in your life. I don't know. I have been deeply hurt, asking for help and assistance. From places people go for help and assistance. Oh well, I forgive you. It's up to the Creator to forget. This, having an experience of a slow death, reminds me of my stroke. It was a slow death. It was a bleed. And I can remember the feeling of it slowly moving up my body. until it was some very painful things when it hit the liver. Lord have mercy. And then the diaphragm. And was technically dead for 30 minutes, but as an experiment, they brought me back. Well, the experiment is coming to a completion. Approximately 14 years. And if they wish to do it, if there's still a Department of Health left, God only knows what's going to be left. And Donald, don't listen to all the people around you. They're wanting to climb up into your dark place and control you. The United States can still be saved. But anyway, if that doctor that was doing neurological studies that headed up the experiment of bringing me back, if he's still doing his works and alive, he can look at all this stuff. So, so many things I'd love to say to the younger brothers and sisters and the kids in my community. You're going to have to toughen up. It's going to be a long, 3 years and 10 months? I hate to say it to you. I'm glad I'm going. But if you listen to your elders that are going to be around, don't make yourself a target. And all of you know what I mean, especially my youngers, my kids. If you are a man, be a man. If you are a woman, be a woman. If you're gender fluid, be country. Okay? Redneck is a wonderful disguise for non-binary. Just go to a small town, look around, and you can't tell the difference. And they're the ones throwing stones. But I needed to clear my conscience, because how can I be a Jesusian if I cannot forgive those who persecute me, or forgive those that allow other people to persecute me? And by me, that includes the whole community. I got it out. I should light it. What the hell, you know? What's it gonna do? Kill me? My palliative care team think I am one of their unusual patients. Why bemoan and wallow in pig manure when you have the option to go ahead and enjoy things? I like my eastern window here. I watched, I think I have more than one species of hawk. And I believe it's still the youngest one. Poor thing went to get a fat Norwegian, which they have slowly been removed. And, well, not removed. They're being persuaded to leave. And hit the fence and looked like it was caught. And opened up the bathroom windows. And I said, sweetheart, do you need help? I'll come out there. But, well, it got itself untangled and ruffled its feathers up. How very indignant. Oh, that was just a little warning sign from the amount of hate calls I get. I'm not worried about my privacy. Just leave me alone. I'll die soon enough, and all I'll be is a ghost that will be haunting Washington, D.C. And then when I'm finished there, I'll go to Ireland because I like it. Damn thing went out. So, the next time any of y'all see me out in public, I may not have my head covered. Because if anyone finds me looking like a Jedi from Star Trek, sexually attractive, you need more than a therapist. You need psychiatric hospital. So, I'm going to put my glasses back on because I hate ending squinting at a screen. There you have reflections. So, be blessed. Always remember you have value. You are valued until the very end. And I love you. And Donald, I'm going to pray that the Holy Spirit drops one big old load of grace on you, and that you dismiss everything that you've put in these last few weeks. Slow down, honey. You'll have a heart attack.